Mohan Thakur ji bhi aa gaye. You see, recording is done for the purpose that if there is any verification from CBSE that whether such and such candidate attended this webinar with you, so proof is with me. You see, I have got nearly 200 CDs with me. For each webinar, I make a this CD and keep it with me. So that if there is verification, there have been 5 verifications in the past, 5 schools. So anyway, they can come. And that is why I am maintaining, you see, this type of record with me. And this will be going in the file, in written. I will see the number. First, I must congratulate Ms. Sunil Sharma Ekanki. She was the first candidate to join this webinar. That's great. Acha, let me start because it is now 35. You see, first thing is what exactly we understand by the word curiosity. You see, there have been a number of definitions which you will be seeing on the screen now. Yeah. So now you can see my full screen. My full screen is there. Monji, can you see the screen complete or not? Mr. Mohan Thakur is there. I'll not be able to move on any further unless and until I put it off. You see what exactly we do mean by the curiosity. There are many ways we can define curiosity. First, see that particular scene when your child saw what, when, where, how, why, and with this bombardment of what, where, how, we are just irritated to such an extent that we just start shouting at our children, just shut up. Mummy, Mama, when we are going to picnic, shut up. When we are going to this, shut up. And so on and so forth. You see, this type of saying shut up is very much detrimental to the growth of the mind of the child. If this tendency is not there in the child, then certainly he will not be able to learn. And basically, if we say that curiosity is the key ingredient to learning. If anybody wants to learn, if you want to learn, say what exactly is the curiosity. A number of examples I can quote. Say, for example, there is a road accident. Everybody gets curious to see what exactly, you know, if there is an accident, what will be happening? Somebody might be lying on the road. Then what exactly? Due to curiosity, we just look at it. And 99% of the people don't help, don't come forward to help, take the injured to the hospital, or first thing is first aid. We don't go for that. So what exactly is the curiosity? You see, whatsoever the number of things are written over there, inquisitiveness, thinking, a strong desire to learn or know, but exactly if we want to define what the curiosity is, we can define in a single sentence that it is the tendency to enhance your knowledge by gaining information, by getting information. So if we get information, our knowledge will enhance. And what exactly is the way the child or the kid, your own kids, raise your curiosity? Mama, pata hai aaj kya hua school mein? You get curious. That is the way of enhancing or bringing in curiosity. So now it is the desire to learn or go or know, and it is the key ingredient to learning. Basically, it is not only for knowledge, but it is also the ability to connect among various with all the informations that are available in the market or to you. You just connect them and make a story. And then you find out what exactly is the CBI or the police officials do. What exactly is the Garad of the army officers do? They collect information, stitch them up, connect them properly in the proper sequence, and then they see the whole scenario. Sometimes, if this is not possible, they take the criminal to the crime scene and recreate the story. So that is also the way of finding it out. So what exactly it is not the right answers which is more important for a curious child. The more important is to create curiosity, to create the environment where the questioning takes place, learning takes place. Now, the next one is it can be manifested in many ways. By listening to the people, by the reality shows on the television. It is basically the desire, the tendency, as I told you, to know something, to gain the information, stitch them up in connection, and then create something. To know about the people, their culture, their traditions, their lives, anything under the sky. And it is basically this curiosity which led to a different type of discoveries and inventions. There are certain mysteries of the universe which nobody knows, even the scientists, and they are still trying because they are curious. And this desire can be to accumulate knowledge, to fix the things. The best way of fixing the things is whenever there is a carpenter, architect, or plumber, or whosoever is working in your vicinity. As a teacher, what I used to do is to find out the way of advertising my school when I was principal. For 18 years, I was principal. How to increase. One day, I saw that neon sign in front of Bata shop. So I asked that कि यहाँ ये कहाँ से बनवाया कि सर वो कारीगर है. I reached over there, found out कि can you prepare a big board of nearly 10 feet long and 3 feet high for the school purpose. I will put it on the top of my school. Yes sir, बन जाएगा. पैसा उस टाइम में in 1998 when I became first time principal. At that time he told me, yes sir, 20,000. That time it was a big amount. Today it is nothing. I asked my chairman, he immediately said, okay, went. So that way you learn how to do that, how the things are being done. And that way you try. First you will fail, then second try, then third try, then fourth try, and ultimately you will have the mastery over a particular thing. The present generation youngsters, 18 years, 20 years, 25 years, what they do is that if their bulb fuses, what they will do, they will go to the electricity shop, get a bulb, and ask the electrician to come to fix the bulb. They can't even put the bulb in the holder. They are scared of doing things. So basically, this is about a desire to accumulate knowledge about anything under the sky, science, geography, any other topic, how to fix the things, the widen their mind. And it can be manifest that curious people generally ask, I will give you the signals of what exactly are the features, how you will come to know a particular child or the adult is curious, and how you can manifest your curiosity in your school or your office. They can be directed by gossip or unimportant details. Curiosity. It can be directed to gossip also. So you have to be very careful how to use that information. And curiosity basically is the vital ingredient for becoming what? For becoming journalist, writer, inventor, scientist, explorer, anything under the sky which needs information, and you have the desire to get that information by any way. Next one is it a skill? Yes, it is a skill. Because if you want to know something, you have to ask a lot of questions, but relevant, relevant question, logical questions. Somebody asked me, who are you? I am Ajay Sharma. Who is Ajay Sharma? Me. So you do mean to say that me and Ajay Sharma are same thing? What nonsense type of things are there? So you have to be careful what type of questioning. And when you want a desirable answer also, then certainly you have to ask the desirable question, logical question. If you ask the logical question, then certainly you will be ending up with the logical answer also. Next is why it is so powerful. You see, if you want to know your blind spots and fill them up, you have to be curious. You have to be inquisitive. You must have the tendency to ask questions. You must have the tendency to ask questions, logical questions. If you have, it will be so much powerful as to give you a, an opportunity to learn and grow. But the only thing is that it becomes obsolete, fills in our blind spots, and improves our self-awareness. And that is why we have to be curious. But I tell you one thing, the dangerous mindset for us is of one of certainty. If I know at the age of 62, after serving number of institutions in various capacity, if I convict to myself, yes, I know everything. Now no need of doing anything further. No need of doing any research. So certainly I'll be at one point of time, within few days, I will be dead, out of market. Next is why curiosity is important. As I told you, explore, question, and wonder. And sometimes when they ask questions, then sometimes you may also be put in the corner. Mama, my teacher says that sun rises in the east. That's better good, very good. Geography teacher was telling me the sun rises in the east. Yes, that is right. But Mama, science teacher told me that in our solar system, the sun is stationary at one point. And our whole planets, all planets revolve around the sun. So which statement is true? Sun rises or we move towards the sun? Second statement is correct. So sun rises in the east is wrong. Logically, it is wrong. And that is why it is no secret that learning becomes more effective, more interesting, more enjoyable if there is curiosity. Bedtime stories, how many of you people have heard from your parents, from your grandparents? As I told you earlier in the group also, those who are present here will be given certificates, only those. So please mark P in the chat box if you have not done so far. So a new world is opened up, the new world of possibilities. This can happen, this can happen. As a teacher also, in the learning styles, there are 8 learning styles. If you don't know the learning styles of the students, how can you differentiate your teaching? And if you can't differentiate your teaching, you cannot cater to the needs of all students. You can never. So that will be difficult. And there is no fun going to a class when you say that one child or two children, they don't understand my concept. Because my teaching was not up to their requirement. The way they learn, I must know how they learn, what is their learning style, and then differentiate my teaching. So that is curiosity. So now you ask question, learn from others, and look for the ways to go. Look for the ways to you do your job at school, in your office, any industry. You have to go for that. Even if you are failure, then you have to analyze what were the reasons of my failure, rectify them, rectify them, and then find out the way. Just 1 second. सुन रही हो? हेलो, दवाई आई है. Our brain chemistry actually changes when we become curious. You see, our left brain and our right brain both have to be active if we want to be a wholesome personality. And for doing this, dawai, we have to be active on both the sides. And what should be done? Reading, writing is our right brain activity. On the left hand side, we create, we do painting, we listen to the music. Anything which is creative gives you the boost up on your left brain. And when both the sides, both the hemispheres of brain start working, then certainly you will see that your personality grows day by day. Day by day, it will improve. So, curiosity appears to be a force within ourselves that not only enhance learning. I told you as earlier, it opens up the new opportunities also, the new world of opportunities to learn something new, to know something new, to make new connections. The first thing in this is make connections. In my Facebook page, you will see I have got 4,500, more than that, connections, out of which 99% are either teachers, principals, or schools. That is the way I grow. Now, benefits क्या होते हैं इसके? I told you just now, curiosity gives you a higher level of curiosity, gives you satisfaction, positive enforcement, positive emotions, hope, purpose, possibilities, everything. If you are curious, you can go. I just learned something during COVID period. A number of gentlemen I am talking about, they learned cooking also. Why? Because during free time, they were not having anything. They were not having anything to do. They were not having anything to pass their time. There are two things in the life: time pass and pass the time. Which one you prefer? Time pass or pass the time? The best one is pass the time. Becoming curious, learning something new. They learn cooking. And now they are in such a stage, if their wife is not feeling well, they will not starve. They will cook something or the other, and everybody will be happy with that food. Self-dependent bhi ho gaye hain. And if the teenagers are curious, they become self-compassionate. They can integrate their personality. So exploring, appreciating new experiences, more kinder, accepting yourself. Yes, what am I? I accept myself, but I have to keep on improving on the daily basis, which means I have to learn something new. You see, in the morning when I get up 4:30, I freshen up. First half an hour, I freshen up. 5 o'clock till 7 o'clock, I go for research, reading. There are a number of books kept over here. I take any one, read 4, 5, 6 pages. Out of this, I got this word, curious mind, curious child. I started researching for last 3 weeks. I have been researching and preparing this PowerPoint. and then putting it across to you. So unless and until I am curious to know something, what is curiosity? How it can be enhanced? How it can be identified? What are its benefits? Why it is important? And what should we do with the kids in the family, our free time, so that our children, their curiosity is maintained, enhanced, they start learning new things. Learning new language is also a curiosity. And they become more kinder. They become accepting, yes, themselves. Whatsoever I am, fine, but I want to improve on daily basis. They become tolerant, humorous, playful. If you see anybody who is playful, joyous, humorous, emotionally they express themselves, non-defensive. You give them good words, they never mind it. You criticize them, they don't mind it. They're highly positive people. Lower level of anxiety. Psychological well-being to rahega. You see, there are number of things I have given to you. In a research, there was a research of 4,600 people. And when they were researched for 19 weeks, these type of questions, trivia questions, what Beatles single solo song lasted longest on the charts at 19 weeks? Nobody knows. Even I don't know. मैंने लिखा था, but I will not read it. What does the term dinosaur actually mean? And when at a certain point of time, their study, their MRI scan was done, it was found out to be two most important findings. Number one is curiosity prepares the brain for learning. It prepares your brain for learning because it likes. When it is curious, when your mind is curious, you become, they don't think this is important or not important. Not important also, but still I want to know. So they are picked by the right questions. They were better at learning and remembering. They were naturally motivated. They were naturally motivated. They prepare to learn and boring or difficult. They would normally consider general thing, this is boring or this is difficult, I will leave it. They will not leave it. They will learn. Next is, second reason is that curiosity makes subsequent learning more rewarding. एक बार आपने सीख लिया, it will give you a trigger to learn something new, something more. So reward and pleasure. So brain circuit, it get induced. ये हमारा हिपोकैम्पस होता है इधर राइट हैंड साइड में, ब्रेन के बिल्कुल नीचे. इतना छोटा सा ऑर्गन होता है, जस्ट लाइक सॉर्ट ऑफ चना दाल, इतना बड़ा होता है. और वहीं से ये हार्मोन्स क्लिक करते हैं, ट्रिगर करते हैं क्यूरियोसिटी के लिए. यही स्ट्रेस को भी ट्रिगर करता है. If you don't want to know, if you don't know something, we want to know, but we don't get the information, it will give us stress. So it gives you dopamine, that is a feel-good hormone. So reward lesson, this is, they remember lesson for a longer time. The learning experience is measurable. And the first most important thing is instinctively, they know the importance of fostering inquisitive mind. So that is the importance of curiosity. Next is, now we go on for, अरे ये क्या हो गया? Oh, I have put on the debt. I just clicked the end. We were on this. Two reasons we have already discussed. First thing is this, that is curiosity prepares the brain for learning. 1. And 2 is it makes subsequent learning more rewarding. Now the next one is types of curiosity. There are 4 types of curiosity. One is joyous. That means only for the purpose of knowing something joyful. Pursue a new hobby. Like to travel, move on. Observe the things around you, observe the people around you. जनरली मैंने देखा है पार्क में जाते हैं लोग घूमने के लिए विदाउट इंटरेक्टिंग विद ईच अदर. अरे दो चार को राम राम बोल देंगे, व्हाट अ बिग डील. गुड मॉर्निंग बोल देंगे, व्हाट अ बिग डील. That will give your impression will improve upon that. You will keep on repeating this thing 4, 5, 10 times. 11th time, certainly that person will give you first response. Ram Ram Sharma ji, Ram Ram ji, Ram Ram ji. What exactly happens? You are enhancing your social circle. And once you start enhancing your social circle, your curiosity will improve. क्या काम करते हैं, कहाँ के रहते हैं, मैं तो ऐसे ही करता हूँ, तो मुझे यहाँ पे भी मिल जाते हैं, टीचर्स मिल जाते हैं, तो यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं वेबिनार्स में. नेक्स्ट इज नीड टू नो. आई वांट टू फिक्स अप समथिंग. आई नीड टू फिक्स इट अप. मेरे बाइक में पेट्रोल खत्म हो गया. व्हाट टू डू? I must know the scientific principle of suction. I'll put a pipe in my petrol tank of car, suck it and then put it in the bottle. एक bottle petrol निकाला, bike में डाला and start driving. So need to know how this will work, how this will happen. And that is why most of the times the schools are organizing exhibitions, sports competition, inter-house competition, because for preparing those children for these type of what do you call competitions, they will explore new things that will be joyous for them, and then they need to know because they have to put up. So this is number 2 reason, joyous, need to know. Then social curiosity, which means to know more about another people. Just now I told you. Fourth is accepting the anxiety. There is an uncomfortable feeling inside you. I am not comfortable with this. What to do? What not to do? How to react? So what you will do? You will start exploring the things joyfully. Gain the experience. Suppress your anxiety. Don't suppress. Accepting the anxiety. Then come up with a new experience. And then this type of curiosity, they don't keep you back. डांसिंग क्लब कर लीजिए ज्वाइन. जिम तो अब बेसिकली आई एम टोटली अगेंस्ट जिम. ये गांव वाले बच्चों को देखता हूं मैं तो, राइट इन द मॉर्निंग इफ यू गो टू द विलेज साइड, यू आस्क व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, व्हाई आर यू रनिंग. कि सर इसमें मेरे 2 पर्पस हैं. नंबर 1 इज आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एंट्री, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं भर्ती. What exactly is happening? Oh my God. Electricity is gone. Gentlemen, over here the electricity is gone. Probably I will have to end it up midway. Yeah, I have to stop it midway after this slide. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I started working. So we will keep on working now. So accepting the anxiety. So stressing tolerance. This dimension is technically called stress tolerance. So if you are curious, this type of curiosity is there in you, you are not stress tolerant. You will try to remove that stressor by this way. That is by way of satiating your curiosity. Uh, it is not working. Anyway, we will leave after this, and tomorrow evening, same time, we will start. The last one is thrill-seeking curiosity. That is when you run for presidential elections, president of your college union, or head of the family. You are going to become a father. You are going to become a mother. You become tolerant. You become curious. And then what will happen? You are going to make a speech. Example. Somebody has asked you. I just try to put it up. Oh, मुश्किल है. कभी charging दिखाता है, कभी नहीं दिखाता है. Anyway, if we stop midway, then don't mind it. So this is thrill seeking. Now the next one is dealing with inquisitive mind. Generally, they are scolded. And why they are scolded? Just only for the purpose of stopping your irritation. You don't want to get irritated. And that is why you stop them from answering. You stop answering their questions. Oof, too much of problem. Today there is too much of problem. If we are able to continue, fine. If we don't want to continue, if we are not able to continue, we'll stop and continue tomorrow. So, what exactly is that you as a teacher, as a parent must have two things in your personality. The first one is you must be humble and you must be patient. You must be patient in the sense that you must coolly, very coolly, you must listen to the purpose. Listen to what exactly your child wants to say. Then answer them. Don't jump up immediately to answering them. Just 3, 4, 5 seconds. Think about that and then try to answer. So it impacts their self-confidence and the capacity to absorb. If they ask you the question, then certainly they want to know something new from you. And want to know something new means they want exactly the answer to their queries. Their curiosity they want to satisfy. 1,000 things you are doing every day, but have some patience. Have some patience, because this type of inquisitive child will be fruitful later. Unless and until you answer them, don't answer them immediately, but give them answers after some time. If you put why against any or all of your queries, why this, why that, why not that, keep on doing. You see, the child will show, always will be showing curiosity, but never and never rudely dismiss. Shut up. That is not the way. No, that is not the way. So the next, there should be a boundary between inquisitiveness and nosy. You see what is nosy? Being nosy means trying to find out something which is not required for you, which is not needed by you, which is not at all helpful to you, your personality, or your, say for example, I say one thing, how the artificial intelligence works. It is none of my use. Chat GPT abhi aa gaya hai ek naya. People are utilizing them in education, but that is dangerous also, because unless and until you have your own curiosity and you want to satiate your curiosity by your own means. Artificial intelligence is basically finding out the ways artificially, means virtually. That robot or artificial intelligence can prepare question papers for you, can assess the answer sheets with you, anything. And the dangerous part is that the people are creating research papers using that chat GPT or artificial intelligence. They are. So set up the boundary between what they can ask, what they cannot ask. One thing you must be very much clear, consequences unko pata hone chahiye. They must know what are the boundaries. When me and my wife is talking, our kids are not supposed to interfere or ask anything. You can listen to the things. If they are worthy, then certainly we will discuss in front of you. If they are not worthy, we will not discuss in front of you. But you must not interfere by asking. Next is it, unless and until you, the second one is stopped. Being nosy is stopped. It will become habit. You might have seen somewhere, sometimes, rarely although, that sometimes the kids ask their parents, "Mama, उमा आंटी क्यों रो रही थी? मम्मा वो दोनों क्यों आंटी कौन लड़ रही थी?" Nothing to do with you, man. So asking about something which is not related to you, your age appropriate, then certainly it is being nosy. Next is how to deal with the inquisitive child. At home and at the earliest, the boundary must be settled. You have to clarify very in clear terms. If he is inquisitive and you see that this is age appropriate to her or him, and this is appropriate for his age group or his knowledge level, then certainly you answer them. Otherwise, you just ask to excuse. No, this is none of your business, beta. Please mind your own things. And it should be clear to them consequences क्या हो सकते हैं. मैं आगे भी बताऊंगा. Earlier also I have given you a number of webinars. What are the consequences? They are sort of punishment, but what is exactly, if this thing happens again, what will be happening? Encourage them to ask relevant questions. Ask more, because it will help them to understand something better. Now, if he asks, why does it rain? So you could explain the rain cycle according to their age group. But don't explain the various states of water. No fun. And when this curiosity is established in their mindset, then certainly this will help them when they grow from the Montessori to the grade school. Certainly it will be helpful for them. Now don't wait for the child to always ask the question. When you have answered some of them, pick their brain by asking them the reverse questions, which means what you have discussed, try to find out what have you understood, what did you gain, and the answer that will come up, that will certainly give you the insight into amazing things that is happening in the child's mind. Next is developing curiosity in the young child's brain. The more child is curious, the more they are learning. Consider these foreign suggestions, some of them. Wonder aloud. Whenever I ask something, you ask something, if you wonder something, if you want them to be curious in front of them, I wonder why the lake is frozen. I wonder why there is moss in this stone. I wonder why the flowing water is clear. So encourage these type of wonder aloud. Number two is, next is, encourage natural interests. If he is interested in painting, give them lot of different opportunities to paint. Draw your home, draw your family, draw your village, draw an animal, draw a bird flying in the sky. So first you observe, first they will observe how the birds fly. When they come back home in the evening, see the formation of the birds. It is always V-shaped. They are always flying like in the V formation. And then they ask them to draw. Answer questions simply and clearly. In the simple words, simple sentences, no matter whatsoever their age is. But you be clear, number one, then you have to be very simple. Simple words, simple sentences. Always ask your child first. आप क्या सोचते हो? What do you think about this? And then you will start answering them. Use open-ended questions. Use who, what, when, where, why, how to stimulate their curiosity. So that start answering. Let them start thinking about this. Why this happens? Why there is humidity these days here? I don't know why there is. And when there is humidity, a person feels warm, more heat. Why this is happening? Open questions. Now redirect versus discourage. If they ask you something, give them a reverse thing. If they want to play, ask them to play in dirt. Give them an opportunity. They will be getting dirty, doesn't make any difference. But at least it will be safer than if they go for some play in the park, the game in the park. They get hurt, out of your vision. Then what will happen? You will be in trouble, you will be in stress, and child will also be in the pain. So give them an opportunity in front of your yard, and if they are going to park to play, you accompany them. And if they like to play in water, what will you do? If the child is grown up, ask him to play in with a bucket of water on the tiles, not in the bathroom. Never in the bathroom. Why this? Why I am telling you this? Because this will give them an opportunity to do something which is not safe in the bathroom, in the washroom. So give them an opportunity to play, take a bucket full of water, put it outside the bathroom, and then ask them. Because they love to play in the bathroom. I am telling you. And this is very much true for all kids. They love to play. Play in the water, play in the mud, touch the tail of a young puppy or the animals. An animal also is an emotional being. He or she knows what the child's intention are. It is not to hurt me. It is just to give me a loving care. I'm telling you, really, this happens. Now, next is have open-ended material available in your home. Store-bought, if you buy store-bought games, it will be difficult. How many you might have played the game called Pittu? I don't know English version. Pittu to khela hoga. We take some stones, keep one above the top of another, like Qutub Minar, 6 or 7 stones. They are all odd shaped, but we keep them in such a way to balance them so that a Qutub Minar sort of thing is prepared. And then they throw the ball and they fall. Then the running team, they put the pittus one over the other, rearrange, and the one which is chasing, they take the ball and try to catch them up. Carom board is available. Ask them to play. Play with them the chess, snake and ladder. Number of games are there. Next is tips to nurture and develop child's curiosity. Show them the world. Travel with them. Take them to the marketplace. Take them to the museum. Ask them to learn about the new culture, new traditions. So show them the world. This will develop and nurture curiosity in them. Spend time together as a family. Go for a walk. Bake a cake together. Go to the park or zoo, picnic spot together. Take your lunch. Spend the time together and then see what wonders happen. How many of you people take one-time meals together, whole family sitting together? Your parents, yourself, your kids, everybody in the home. That becomes a house. Just write in the chat box, me. Just write me. I will learn how many of you take the meals together. And at the dining table, we discuss about how was my routine, daily routine, how I spent my time together today. Encourage your friends and families to give their experiences rather than gifts. When there is a birthday of your child, give them a gift. And the gift of a collage of their photographs, right from the birth, the childhood till today. Make a collage, give them up, they will keep them very safe whole life. As I told you earlier, the next one is wonder aloud. I wonder why the leaves of the tree are green. Ask them to explore why they are green, not blue, red, yellow. They will come up immediate answer. There are blue leaves also. There are yellow leaves also. There are red leaves also. Yes, there are. So you have to find out, then majority of the leaves of the tree are green. Now the question is appropriate. Change their routine. Change their bathing soap. Change the way, the route you take to their school. Change their routine. On Sunday, don't ask them to go for toothbrush right in the morning. First we will have breakfast, then we will go for change, a little bit of change in the routine. Next one is encourage their natural interest. What their interest is, try to find their interest and then encourage that particular thing. I found my kid cutting all the magazines, taking out all the cars from there and putting them up in a scrapbook. And he knows he's in class 6 and he knows each and everything about every car, which is the costliest car, which is the fastest car, what is the capacity of fuel tank. Everything they know because that is their natural interest. Try to encourage them. If he is a painting, try to give them a canvas, oil paints. Ask them to paint. Ask them to paint something whatsoever is in their mind. Open-ended questions, I just told you. Prompt thinking. Ask for their thoughts first before answering. When they ask you a question, what do you think about this? What is your idea about this? And then you develop their idea. So let kids be the kids. They cannot grow up immediately. Let them be kid. You see, today's webinar may go a little bit farther, just by few minutes. Surprise them by putting a welcome note, good morning note under their pillow. Now you see, it is getting, internet is unstable. I don't know why today it is happening with me. Surprise them. Good morning note under their pillow. Put a chocolate in their tiffin box. Go for something new. So they are surprised. Ore, ye kya? What is this? Kidnap your child from school and literally you kidnap them. Kidnap them from the school, take them to a mall, take them to a restaurant, have the new cuisine, go for the bookstore, kidnap them from the bookstore. Chalo, ek nayi kitab lenge. Let us go to the park. We will have a talk. Ask about. Then bake a cake together, I told you earlier. That is a new thing for them to do. Next is open-ended stories. Read a tale up to a certain extent. Then ask them to finish on your own. What would have happened now? Ask them to come up with a new title. Encourage them to start their story and continue with it. And you can find different endings for the same story. You see, their imagination will be developed like this way. Open-ended stories. Next is take your kids to an ethnic restaurant. South Indian restaurant में जाएंगे. आज दाल वड़ा खाएंगे with sambar. Oh, what is that dal vada? Come, let us go enjoy. Let us see what is. Come, let us go. Go to Kashmiri restaurant and we will go Vazwa over there. What is Vazwa? Come, no, that is 56 course dinner or meals. Let us go, taste everything and let us see what happens. So now you learn about the new culture, their flavors, their manners, their traditions, everything new. Japanese, Thai, Indian, any restaurant. So take them to new places. Travel and visit, I told you. Observe their interest, I told you. And then develop those interests. Not only observing, but developing those interests. Finally, let your kid be your kid. As I told you earlier, if it is not dangerous, then let them explore the world. At a certain age, toddlers develop their desire to do things by themselves. They don't go for your instruction. They don't go for your instructions. And they don't know what the dangers lie ahead, but they want to do it. So be their guardian, but let them do freely. Now, creative punishments. What exactly is creative punishment is? Although punishment word should not be used, but I am using it because there are certain parents who encounter a very awkward type of behavior in the child's nature when he is reacting to you. Let me have a sip of water because this is my third webinar of the day. Now, lenient parenting, but strict. Authoritative parenting or permissive parenting, that you have to decide. Don't be authoritative. Be permissive to some extent. What exactly these punishments can be? Before that we will go, don't be always stern. You have to go to the college and your child is wearing torn jeans. That is strict no. That is for your fun. Be decently dressed up. You are a gentleman. Prove yourself to be gentleman. अब वो बाल ऐसे करवा लिए विराट कोहली की तरह से यहाँ से बिल्कुल बिल्कुल गायब हो गए and there was a cap of hair on the head. Does it suit you? विराट कोहली अच्छा लगता है, that's great. But does it suit you? It matches your personality. Now you see 99% of the young people are having beard. मैंने भी बढ़ाई थी, अच्छे से maintain भी करी. But maintaining a beard is rather tough than shaving it off. I started shaving it off. Now, whatsoever the punishment you have to give, it should be creative and education. And that is why it is written up as the topic, creative punishment. What you do first thing is कि ask them what exactly you don't like. Write on a separate slips of paper, put it in a jar. And now you disclose them the secret. Whenever you do something wrong, you will take up a slip, and whatsoever is written on the slip, you will have to do that. Agreed? Yes, daddy, agreed. Carry on. Now, later, when he is calmed down, then you ask them, ki why you actually did it? Kyun? Why it was done? What compel you to do that? Encourage them to admit their mistake with that creative punishment. Later on, they will never do it unless and until they enjoy punishment. They will start doing the same thing. Time in instead of time out. Time out नहीं करना है, यहाँ पे हमने time in करना है. What? Grounding and confining can cause them to revolt. So it is better what to do is time in. What exactly is time in? If you do this, you will have to take out the slip and find out what is written over there. You have to do that. What exactly it is? Crafty wreath for your room door. Prepare a crafty wreath. Prepare a paper flower. Japanese art is there. Take out, go for gardening. Clean your bookshelf. So this type of things are there. Take the pot, pet out for run. Take him up. Go for a walk with your pet, that is dog or cat or whosoever is with you in your house. Increase bedtime. If you do these things, certainly you will not be allowed more free time. So be in your bed for a longer time. You have to be there. You have to be there for a longer time. On Sunday, you will not get out of bed before 8 o'clock. Mama, I'm getting irritated. Yes, you have to get irritated. You do it again, and it will go up to 9 o'clock. You do it again, it will go up to 10 o'clock. You will have to go for cursive writing. But increase their bedtime. What I used to do as a teacher, if a child doesn't do homework, I'll repeat it again. I will ask him first to put up the homework copy. And if it is doesn't work, okay, Mohit, tomorrow if you don't do your homework, your lunch will be with me. We will take the lunch together. Your lunch time is off. So that is consequence. Sometimes they don't take lunch back at school. So what you do is their punishment, creative punishment will be, consequence will be, go for serving the food to all other members of the family. Serve the food to others. Next is, that is power of practice. If it is, he is having problem at school, not doing homework, his handwriting is not improving, what you do is take photocopies of the assignment, a number of photocopies, and ask them to repeatedly do that, to repeatedly do them. And that makes him perfect. अगर आपने कोई गलत बात बोली है, if you have used wrong words, take your tongue literally out and hold it. Like this. Hold it for a longer time. Hold it for a few minutes. So if you do this thing, then certainly. And as a teacher, if you do that consequence-based learning, you see, there will be more effective approach than relying on the tough love. You see, punishment is basically banned by the Supreme Court, but these are consequences. Hold your tongue. Keep him sitting on the first bench. Take your tongue out and hold it for some time, few minutes. You do it again, these minutes will go up. The next one is cur in return. So what exactly you do is, when he does leave the room in a mess, or he forgets to complete a responsibility, doesn't make his bed after getting out. So dry the dishes, doing the dishes, setting the dinner table, watering the plant. These are the positive consequences. You can utilize them for creativity. for doing something helpful. As you have not made your bed today, Mohit. Today you will water all the plants. Right, Mama? I will do it. No fight zone. If there is a fighting between the kids, take out no fight, create that zone and put them up there. That will reinforce learning. Why? Because there is a boundary. Out of that particular zone, you cannot come out for a particular time. Cut out the pictures from an old magazine, stick them around the house. The rule is that they will not be able to fight in front of the images. This is the image you will not fight in front of. Put the images across the house, but decoratively. They will be attractive also. They will beautify your room, they beautify your house, and will be more effective in putting up your house. Creative punishment. This is the last one. Set a timer. Whenever they are not able to listen to you, take too much time to finish something, what exactly you do is ask them to do the thing and within time limit. Set the dinner table within 5 minutes. You do it again, you do the same mistake again, you will repeat setting the dinner table, but your time limit will be 4 minutes. Next time it will be 3 minutes. So keep doing this thing, and this will give an impact exactly what is happening, and they will love it. They will learn something new. So with this, we are over today. Once these practices, or better we call them consequences, are in place and made clearer to the kids, it is very much hope that they will start minding their moves. Every time this recording will be with you, make notes and try implementing them with your kids, with your students. Say cooking sir kaise karenge hum? If a child is not eating food, tomorrow you will bring an aloo paratha and eat with me. In the lunchtime, we will sit together. Not a single child is there under the sky who will like to spare his free time. Library period, games period, come with me. You don't do your homework, come with me. They don't like to spare. So certainly this will give them develop good habits. So with this, I'm stopped sharing this no this particular presentation. Up to this point it was. If you have got any suggestion, if you have got any ideas, you have got few minutes. If you want to ask something, you can unmute yourself and then share your ideas or suggestions with me. And if you don't have, then within 2 minutes I'll put it off. Thank you, Sonita Sijina ji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zina ji, Bhattacharya ji. Thanks a lot, Dr. Anupama Sharma. Yes. Thank you, Hemangiri ji. That's great. Thank you. So nobody has got any questions so far as we know. And if you don't have any questions, then certainly within a few minutes, I'll put it off. If you have got any question, unmute yourself, ask them up. The recording will be sent to you tomorrow morning and the certificates will be sent to you. Kiranji, thank you very much. The certificates will be sent to you in the afternoon or in the evening around 5 o'clock. So you will get the certificates. My next session is on 7th and 8th. 2 sessions for 1 piece. And the 2 sessions is Bloom's taxonomy in making question paper. That is on 7th. And the second one is rubrics for internal assessment. You see, for till now, what exactly we were doing is, or we are doing is, oh, this child is by neighborhood and her mother is very rude to me. I will give him 0. I will give him 2. I will give him 1. Oh, his mother is very, very good to me. I will give him 9. I will give him 10. So looking the face value of the child, we used to give the marks. But that breaks our integrity. So certainly that is damaging. that is not worthy of us. I will stop sharing now. It is 39 and I will stop the webinar now. If anybody wants to speak of something, you are most welcome. If you have marked the P, fine. If you have not marked the P, please mark it. Yes, Nivedita ma'am. All right, there is nobody to speak up. It is 3 minutes gone after my invitation. I stop here, leaving the meeting. Thank you. Have a nice dinner and a nice sleep.